Hey everybody, Drew here, and you are with me in my wife's Suburban, actually. We're going to be talking about the topic of struts and shocks all together. So you might have just seen the camera do this. Her Suburban has about 160,000 miles on it. It is the Z95 package with the electromagnetic shocks, which are amazing, and I'm going to spend the extra couple grand to preserve that technology. But it's interesting because my truck, my Tundra, weighs a pretty similar amount to this Suburban. Both have 20-inch wheels. Both tire wheel combos are about 32.5, 33 inches. Both weigh about 100 pounds per tire, and both, are at the point where they need struts, right? So I want to let you know what to expect. So I'm in this Suburban, and I feel, basically like when I hit a bump, especially, with like that side of the car and not that side, I feel like the steering wheel kind of like do that as a response to it. Nothing extreme, but you can feel it. The car reacts to the bumps in such a way that it almost wants to kind of change the trajectory of the car. It interferes with the car's, tracking in a straight line. Again, not severely. It will if I ignore it for another year or two or three. But, what I'm feeling is harshness that kind of, to a degree, takes over. Now, I put new struts in my truck. My truck is not lifted. I use the factory springs. I just use replacement struts, KYB, which are pretty darn close to what Toyota put in it. There's very little room, if at all, to argue that any difference, I would feel anything different if I went with genuine Toyota shocks and struts. So immediately what I felt, in a little bit of honest disappointment, is like, wow, 225,000 miles, and this still doesn't ride like, a half-ton Silverado. Not picking on Toyota, I'm a Toyota guy. But, it still doesn't ride like a half-ton Silverado. It still doesn't ride like an old Camry. It rides like a truck. But immediately, I felt like bumps don't take over. Bumps happen, I feel them, but I'm still just driving the truck in a straight line with minimal effort. And, those bumps don't shudder through the whole truck anymore. They don't, jerk the wheel. They are noticeable, but they're not concerning or alarming. And I think that's the realistic expectation that you need to set when you get new struts. Don't expect, if you're like me and you like a nice soft ride, don't expect it to make, your Honda Fit ride like an old Cadillac DeVille. It's not going to. But it's going to take the harshness and the jerkiness and the almost feeling like it's taking away some of your control. It's going to take that out of the car. And I recommend you do it today if you feel any of these negative things that I mentioned. So hopefully that helps. I'm Drew. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want more. Take care. God bless. Bye.